YouTube family, we at it again, y'all. It's a beautiful Monday morning that the Lord has made. Good morning, sir. How are you today, bruh? Yes, sir. It's another beautiful morning, Monday morning that the Lord has made for me and my wonderful subscribers and those that support my YouTube channel. Oh my goodness, look at this day. We had rain. We had rain last night. I thought we might still have rain this morning. It was a little cloudy this morning when I woke up. But I got up and did my morning routines. And now I'm out and about, walking and trash talking. Thank you, Lord, for this day. Thank you, Lord. Yesterday being Sunday, I think you all are starting to realize that I'm taking my Sundays for rest. Rest of my body and my mind. Oh, 1 second, let me put my shades on. Yeah, I'm taking Sundays to rest my body and my mind. Because, making YouTube videos, I will venture to say the way that I make YouTube videos, vlogging, it does take, some mental work, some mental and creative work to kind of come up with something to say. And I'm getting to the point now on Sundays, I really don't want to do much work. And that actually feels odd for me because I'm someone who's pretty much always doing something. But I'm learning. I'm learning as a 55-year-old Gen Xer that it's time to start focusing on taking it easy. That's something I have to work on learning how to do. You know what they say, work-life balance. But I'm actually enjoying doing this right here. Getting up in the mornings with the morning sun and finding trash to pick up. But also getting some exercise. And I think you've seen in another video where I got this idea from you know, someone from Japan. And his channel is all about minimalistic living. But he also talks about Japanese living practices. Samurai matcha. Oh, somebody left a comment about me picking up aluminum cans. I mean, that's an idea. I didn't think about that. I mean, as I'm out picking up trash and finding aluminum cans, I mean, you're talking about another source of money. Taking aluminum cans to be recycled. Okay, you see here, I mean, that's a, you know, you're out here trying to do good by picking up trash, but there's a way to get compensated. When I was a child, that was a way I would make money. That was something that I did as a child. Collect cans. And I would save them up in a bag, collect up enough. Look here, aluminum can. And my mother would take me to the recycling center. And I'd recycle my cans. That was something I used to do as a child. I think before I go back in, though, I'm going to stop here at this gas station and grab me a cinnamon roll. I'm going to grab me a cinnamon roll after I've got out here walking and burning off calories. I think I'm going to grab me a coffee roll from the Dunkin' Donuts to go with my morning coffee. Y'all know how I do. I'm trying to get this piece. What is that? Oh, that's some type of some type of vape, I guess. Yeah, yesterday, like I said, I spent the whole day just resting. And I like watching documentaries. You know, I don't watch much television in the form of, you know, TV shows. I do watch a lot of YouTube. Because you all know something? Most of what we watch on televisions and our phones and whatever you watch media on, most of it is people acting. Most of what we watch on television is actors. Even if it's a commercial. You know, and that's why sometimes when you watch a commercial, they have to specify that this is a real patient. You know, this is someone who actually has this condition and marketing this medicine. This is not an actor. But then again, most of the people in the commercials are actors. Portraying an image. That's what they're doing. They're portraying an image to get you to buy. I would venture to say, at least from what I watch on YouTube, when it comes to watching vloggers like you know me and what I do, this is real life. I'm not acting. This is me actually out here as myself, you all ever notice sometimes when you watch the credits on movies and TV shows, if the person is playing themselves, in the credit it will say as himself or as herself. Because you have to decipher the actors from the real people. But like I was saying, I spent yesterday, Sunday, watching a documentary. Watching a documentary by a professor named NOAM CHOMSKY. NOAM CHOMSKY. And I really wasn't familiar with him, until I was kind of scrolling on YouTube. And I saw a thumbnail that interested me. And it wound up being a documentary about our American economy. Come on, paper. And I thought it was very informative, very interesting. Enlightening about our American economic system. And primarily how those individuals that are considered to be elites, how they manipulate our economy. Manipulate the economy, politics, everything. But that's nothing new. That's nothing new, especially for those of us who are Gen X. We can clearly see the world that we were raised in is, for all intents and purposes, gone. The way the world used to run, it's no more. And it's kind of sad. It's sad. Excuse me, y'all. I just got something caught in my throat. I'm not getting choked up. It's sad though. It's sad. But you got to live your life. All you got is this life right here. And powerful, greedy men, that's the way I see it, powerful, greedy men are going to do what they're going to do. But what can I do? I can live my life to the best of my ability and try to find ways to be happy. Try to find ways to be happy living this life that I have. For this moment. Because for real, y'all, we only here for a moment. We're only here for a moment. When you really look at the grand scheme of things, so do your best to live your life to the fullest. And I would venture to say, do your best to do good. You know? You know, that takes me to another thought. I was doing some time traveling yesterday on Sunday. I traveled back to the 80's. I traveled back to the 80's, y'all. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? Talk about travel. Do time travel back to the 80's. Well, what I happened to stumble upon was some videos on YouTube that were tributes to the 80's. And once I watched one video and then another and then another, you know, the YouTube algorithm is going to flood your feed with the videos that you're watching. So next thing you know, I'm sitting and watching video after video of 80's tribute videos. Bathing in a flood of nostalgia. Just bathing in a flood of nostalgia. And it felt good. It felt good. Sanaya had to work yesterday. But when she came in, I was watching the videos, and she sat down and started watching. She sat down and started watching the videos with me, and we were both laughing and talking about, oh, I remember him, and I remember her, and I remember that show, yeah, this, that, the other, and blah, blah, blah. And I asked Sanaya, I said, were the 80's as good as I think they are? And she said, yeah. The 80's was a great time. It was a great time. I would venture to say, and not to be too philosophical, but in the 80's, those of us that are Gen Xers, we were living in the dreams of our grandparents. We were living in the dreams and the desires that our grandparents had for us. The world that our grandparents desired for us. Because I believe our grandparents had to go through struggle. I've said in another video talking about our grandparents survived the Depression. That was a very challenging time in the world and in our American society. But if you sit back and think, okay, why was it so good? What made it so inviting? Why was the music the way it was? Why were the movies the way they were? You know, it's hard to, I think it's hard to put your finger on it. It just was. Okay, you all. I'm just about at my 30 minutes. Like I said, I like to do these walk and trash talk videos. For about 30 minutes. But yeah, Sunday, yesterday, I did some time traveling, if you want to say. And it felt good. It felt good to, like I say, watch those 80's tribute videos to remind yourself of what we used to have. Because, in my opinion, it's gone. All right, YouTube family. That's it for today's walking and trash talking video. Got a trash can here at another bus stop. This bus stop is across the street from where I live. This one here, and it's right in front of La Perilla Mexican Grill. Really good Mexican food in here. Whenever me and Sanaya get our Mexican food craving, we just walk right across the street and make it happen. All right, YouTube family, if you like this video, hit the like, thumbs up. If you got something out of the video, hit the like button. If you have any positive or constructive comments, leave them down in the comments section. If you have any questions, comment section. If you want to support the channel, support me and my channel and what I'm doing, you can go to my eBay page and you might find something on my eBay page that you might want. I do sell fragrance products, fragrance oils, fragrance lotions. You can find them on my eBay page. Who doesn't want to smell good, you know? Okay, so you might find something that you like there. But like I say, the link to the eBay page is right below this video in the descriptions. I want to thank you all for watching this video. Have a great day. Be blessed and be a blessing.